Okay, so I have plant chores. I have lots of plant chores today. So I am going to begin with repotting my ponytail palm. I discovered almost 2 weeks ago that she has roots coming out of the bottom of her planter. So once I discovered that she had roots coming out of the bottom of her planter, I placed her outside, and it's been almost 2 weeks. It is time to come back inside. It's getting cold, and I've already purchased the planter, and she's gonna go in. This is the planter. Woo! Okay, there's a lizard in my planter. Where'd it go? Okay, I'm not terrified of lizards. Snakes, that's a different story. And hopefully he gets off my table. So anyway, this is the planter that she's gonna go in, and I'm gonna use my chunky soil mix. And I'm also more than likely gonna fill a significant portion of the bottom of this planter with pool noodles. So I'm gonna cut, well, I probably don't even need to cut. I'm gonna place a pool noodle in the bottom. Actually, I think I'm gonna place 2 pool noodles in the bottom. I'm gonna knock out the drainage holes, and then I'm gonna add some soil, and I'm gonna get her repotted. So stay tuned. Okay, we can get started. I have punched out the drainage holes, and drainage holes are out. Believe it or not, this little lizard is still up here. And also, I have decided to wash my pool noodles. And in order to make this process even better or easier, I am going to cut them. I think one is going to be enough. Now I remember why I always do this with a knife instead of scissors. Okay, so that gives me a knife layer at the bottom. And probably do half of this one as well. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side for a second. And this is gonna be the moment of truth, trying to get this plant out. Believe it or not, this plant has not been in this planter for a year and a half, not even a year. Sometimes there is no easy way to do this. My good sis is in here. Trying to loosen up the soil. As usual, the goal is not to damage the roots too much. I shouldn't be too shocked. I am going to pour this soil inside. So this is the old planter. I'm just going to loosen it up just a little bit. But yeah. This soil is nice and healthy. And I'm going to put a significant amount of it back in the pot. And then I'm going to begin adding the chunky soil mixture on top. Mix it up a little bit. And I am going to place her in. See, look at these roots. All right, and then I am going to continue to fill her up with this mixture. And my hope is that I'm not going to have to do this again for another year. This is one of the times I should have on gloves because I do find that this ponytail palm, actually, the leaves kind of irritate my skin a little bit. But so she is nice and snug in the mixture. And I am going to give her a trim. The last trim was when I repotted the last time, so. All right. And what I'm doing now is just cutting off some of the brown. And this is what we have. Let me get my water hose and give her water. I also want to make sure that if any bugs have gotten on the leaf, that I'm knocking them off. And now my skin is definitely getting irritated. Okay, I'm gonna let her sit over to the side and move on to my next plant. Shake it, baby, shake it. You in your new home, you should do very well for a while. Got a lot of space to grow.